Hi there, I'm Lyndon Thorpe, and this is Mindful Moments. Touch your heart every day, and this is number 3. I'm here on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, helping you to lay down a foundation of mindfulness to sustain your busy life. So, welcome back if you've been here before. Welcome if you're here for the first time. A couple of little things to say before we start. Just need the next 20 minutes, really, of your time. But this is not a quick fix. So if you're coming thinking you can get fixed in one session, I'm afraid that's not going to happen. Anything that happens as quickly as that is never going to last. We are conditioned, and so we have to change our wiring. The hardwiring of the brain takes time. It takes 30 days, probably, at least, unless you've had some spiritual training and so on. So, don't be under any illusions or delusions. Know that the more you do this, the easier it will be, and the more likely it will be that you're going to glimpse your true nature and get back in touch with yourself. Many of the problems we've got today that are emerging are to do with loss of contact with authentic self. And that's not surprising given the social conditioning and the increasing pressure we have in our lives to succeed and so on. So this really will help you to get back into your true nature. And yes, it's non-doing. There's nothing to do. All you have to do is follow my voice. That's the only thing I ask of you. The other thing is to be comfortable. Yes, for the next 20 minutes, you will need to be really comfortable and to be able to have your head go up into the sky, your crown going up into the sky, the base of your spine going down into your chair if you're sitting, or if you're standing, the soles of your feet going down into the earth. And in that way, you will be super in the next 20 minutes. Okay, so let's get started. Just follow my voice, and in a moment I'm going to ring my Buddhist bell. All the sessions begin that way, and when you detect the vibration of my bell, then please allow your eyelids to fall and follow my voice. That's it. But don't close your eyelids entirely. Leave a rim of light open at the bottom of the gaze and look at the tip of your nose. Then you can stay aware. Mindfulness is all about heightened awareness, not only repose and rest and relaxation. Those are byproducts, but our main focus is to get you back in touch with your true nature. Okay, so here we go. Wonderful. So allow your self to come down from the visual field down into your interior. This may take a few moments. The visual field is very dominant. The intellectual mind dominates us, but there are many other kinds of minds, many other tools we can use. We've forgotten. The mind has forgotten, but the body has not. And that's one of the reasons we close down the visual and come into the zone of sound. And sound is vibration. Okay, So in this practice, you're going to practice detecting vibrations. It's listening in an intellectual sense, that's what we call it, with the ears in the visual world. But here in the interior, we listen with the whole body, and we call it detecting vibrations. It's really important to stimulate your vagus nerve, which is your main master compass for stimulating and calibrating the other four compasses of your body: your brain stem, your heart and lungs, your solar plexus, and at the base of your spine, your base chakra. Okay, so it's really important to practice this ancient skill. So let's get started. Okay, the first stage, there are three, is to channel all the energy of your mind into a strong laser beam. Okay, heat, light, brightness. Lasers can cut through metal, but we're not going to do any cutting today. We're going to illuminate. Okay, so channel all the energy of your powerful mind, and remember that human minds are so powerful, but we really don't know how to use them properly. So this practice is all about getting in touch with these ancient skills, which the mind has forgotten, but the body will remember in time. It takes a little time. Okay, channel all that mind energy, and I'd like you to slowly slide that power beam outside your immediate environment, outside the windows and ceilings. If you're in your car, outside your car, and if you're already outdoors, as far afield as you can. Animals and indigenous peoples living close to the earth, in fact, can detect vibrations at 5, 6, 7 miles radius. We can do it too. We don't do it, and therefore the mind has forgotten. But the body will remember in time. Okay? So let's start detecting vibrations in the outer environment. Scan slowly, steadily, and when you encounter some kind of vibration, pause, accept, and move on. Here in the inner world, we don't need to label anything. We don't need to guess. Those are symbols. We're going to go beneath those symbols to find reality. So don't even bother to name or guess what the sound is, the vibration is. Just move on and find the next one and accept and move on, and so on. Okay, that's wonderful. And all the time in the background, your amazing breath is sustaining you. And so breathe with your breath. Recognize how wonderful it is. It's a miracle that we can breathe to thrive and to survive. And your breath is constantly there, 22 to 24,000 times every 24 hours, supporting everything you do, sustaining your life. Take a moment to appreciate that. Okay, let's move to stage 2. Bring the laser beam of your mind, the heat and the light that you can generate uniquely inside your immediate environment, inside the walls and ceilings. If you're in your car, inside your car. If you're outdoors still, then make a 30-meter radius around you and start to scan again, slowly, steadily, for any vibration. With your whole body, you are like a tiger in a jungle. Every vibration for 6-7 miles around you is important. It could be food, it might be a threat. And so animals detect vibrations not just with their ears, but with their whole bodies. If you watch an animal hunting, you'll see the whole body is focused on that sound, that vibration, which could provide a meal for them, or it could be a threat. So use your whole body to detect any vibrations from the crown of your head right down to the tips of your toes, above, below, to the left, to the right, in front and behind. Moving steadily, slowly, right up into the corners of your ceilings, right down into the corners of your floors, beneath your furniture, and if you're still outside, just right up to that 30-meter radius around you. In your car, right up to the extent of your interior. Wonderful. That's all. Just scanning, illuminating every dark corner of your interior. And when you come upon some kind of vibration, pause, accept, and move on. And don't bother to think of labels or guess. Just keep absorbing the vibrations. Wonderful. And all the time in the background, your breath is sustaining you as you scan your inner environment. Your lungs are constantly processing oxygen, which the planet provides uniquely. There are no other planets that provide breathable gas for humans or mammals. So we are so blessed to have breath. And we need to really develop gratitude for that and to breathe consciously. So as you scan in your inner environment, you're breathing consciously and your breath is deepening. The longer we are here in this zone, the deeper your breath will become. And your lungs work tirelessly, 24/7, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years, every single 24 hours. It's remarkable. It's a miracle. Your lungs are by far the most miraculous of all your organs. Filtering the raw oxygen, retaining the nutrients, eliminating the harmful components, and sustaining your existence. Without breath, 4 minutes and you would no longer exist. So develop a deep gratitude and breathe with your breath. Conscious breathing has so many benefits for body, mind, and spirit. So the more conscious breathing you do every day, the better. Okay, let's move to stage 3. Bring the laser beam of your mind inside your body. Go right down to the tips of your toes, the tops of your feet, the soles of your feet, and start to scan, illuminating, detecting vibrations. Bones and muscles give off vibrations. We're not sensitive to them often, but indigenous people are, and animals are. So really detect the vibrations your body is giving off. Start scanning up into the ankle joints, and inside the ankle joints, bring the heat and light of your mind to make space in there so that the cartilage can soften, the fluids can become fluid, and you'll have a great range of movement in your ankle joints. Go on up the lower leg, scanning systematically, methodically, illuminating every dark place, detecting every vibration, right up into the calf muscles. And the calf muscles are often hard. Gravity tends to make them hard, or misuse. So bring the heat and light of your mind to soften those muscles. Feet flat on the floor. Go on up into your knee joints and take that heat and light to soften inside and make space, softening the cartilage, making the fluids fluid, and making a wonderful space for the mobility of your knees, and then on up into the thigh. And the thigh is the longest bone and longest muscle of the body in most cases. So start to scan along this long limb, slowly, steadily, systematically, illuminating every tightness, detecting every vibration, moving slowly, keeping going, your breath sustaining you in the background. And eventually you come to the torso, and right at the base of the spine is the base chakra. Now this is a center of energy like no other in your body, and the base of the spine really is like a generator. It generates all your energy. If you feel tired, it's probably because your lower back is tired. So right close to that base chakra, there are the coccyx bones, the very tip of the spine, and there may be 3 or 4 or 5 tiny little bones, which are the remnants of your tail when you were a different mammal. So scan up those with your laser mind, and then on up into the chunky bones of the lumbar spine. These bear weight, so they're really quite big, beefy bones with a disc in between each one to protect the spinal cord that runs inside them and prevent the bones of any contact and friction. So move up through the lumbar spine, climbing up, bone, disc, right up through the pelvis, bone, disc, and eventually you'll start to move up behind the intestines, right at the back of the body. Remember, your spine is the tower at the back of the body, and move up behind the intestines, go on up, bone, disc, bone, disc. The bones are getting smaller now as we climb up at the spine, and eventually you will go up past the diaphragm, which is the breathing muscle, and the solar plexus, which is the center of gravity of the body. Climb up behind them, and you'll come to the point where the spine injects into the rib cage, and the rib cage contains all your vital organs, but by far the most important one is your heart. And your heart is sending out electromagnetic waves of energy, 60 times stronger than the brain. The heart is an incredible vibration of the body. So detect that vibration, then climb up behind the heart, and eventually you'll come up to the top part of the chest. This is where we find the lungs flickering away constantly, processing air to sustain your life. Climb up behind the lungs, bone, disc, bone, disc, and eventually you come to the notch on the back of your neck. And from here on up, the spine becomes much smaller, but still there are discs in between each bone. So bone, disc, and eventually these smaller bones disappear right up inside the skull, and right at the top of the spine is the atlas joint, and this is where the skull balances. No, your skull is not attached to your spine. It balances there, and it's held in place by muscles. And this is why human beings are so expressive. We have over 10,000 different head orientations, facial expressions, which makes us rather different to animals. And there you have it. You're right at the crown of your head. Your spine is lengthened, just using the power of your mind, no stretching, no doing, and you are feeling wonderful. So let's listen to the Buddha spell again, and when you do, allow your eyelids to float open and just gaze ahead softly. Wonderful. The visual world, but your eyes are soft, the muscles around and behind are softened, your spine is lengthened, the crown of your head is going up into the heavens, the base of your spine down into the earth, the soles of your feet down into the earth, so you are grounded, but you are also lengthened. We are the connection between the heavens and the earth. Our consciousness, our human consciousness, is something so special. And in these practices, I want you to come to appreciate that. So please stay with these amazing feelings as long as you can today as you navigate the visual world, and have a wonderful few days before I see you again next Tuesday on the 8th of July for Mindful Moments Touch Your Heart Every Day, number 1. Thank you so much.